Hello and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream where we talk about all different things tech. A lot of smart home related stuff, but yeah, we cover all different things. So if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. To all the regular folks, I appreciate you coming back. It's been a couple weeks. I got sick last week, had some family plans the week before. And yeah, it's good to be back and chatting with you all. I had my member stream before this, and the member streams from 8:15 to 8:45. And on some of the days I'm not able to do this stream because of family commitments, I still end up doing the member stream. So they pretty much have seen me every week because I don't have conflicts in the morning. So thank you to the channel members for your support. And that's my vacuum. My wife is doing the kitty litter. Started in the gap in the live stream. Okay, so anyways, let's jump into the chat and start seeing who's here. Nick, good morning, and thank you for the well wishes, man. Channel for fans. Hey, Craig, I'm going out tonight to a special event in South Shields. If you don't know what South Shields is, type it up on Google and share the screen to show the viewers how good the beaches are. Yeah, I'll take a look. Let's see. And congratulations on the trip. And where's that at? Oh, yeah, look at that. Town in England. Yeah, ooh, there you go. There's some nice, I got the right place? South Shields. Let's look at some images. Yeah, I like it. See, that's a problem in the U.S. We don't have a lot of, like, really old stuff. Like, that's, yeah, the beaches, that looks nice. Nice beaches, so very cool. 6 things to do here. I'm gonna help you out. You got 6 things to do, and if you've been there before and you know these things, still do them anyway. No, visit to the beach. That's an easy one. Ocean Beach parking, pleasure park, South Marine Park. I'm sensing a water theme. Arcades. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, see, this is all the tech stuff you came here for. Have a great trip there. Break time. Good morning, Craig. We are finally having nice weather here in Phoenix. I hope you are doing well. Thank you very much. And I'm glad to hear you guys are having some nice weather. It is all over the place. It was pretty hot around here, but it's nice now. John, good morning from cool and maybe some rain. Good. Enjoy a nice day inside from the rain. David, member stream just finished. Please take a look and maybe to see extra content from Craig. Thank you, David. And David, great support. Always good to see you in the member stream. And always want to say hi to Andrea. David, a new cell number appeared on my account. I've reported it in my network provider. They had to temporarily close my account while the fraud department investigates. So got no cell connection. That stinks. We had a cell number we didn't recognize on our bill, and we weren't charged for it, but we didn't. It was saying it was a Samsung smartphone. It was actually the cellular connection from T-Mobile. It was from their internet. So it needed its own cell line for that. But it kind of freaked us out. We were calling going, how's the Samsung on our account? How did someone join it? So just something if you guys ever try Verizon or T-Mobile, any of those internet, cell internets, you may see on your bill a number you don't recognize. Bill, thank you, Bill. Bill's awesome. This stream would keep going forever if he wasn't here to give me a heads up. A little time check. And I appreciate the encouragement, Bill. Long time support. These guys have been great. Bill, you've been great. William, good morning or good afternoon to everyone. Hope everyone's been having a wonderful weekend. Thank you, William. I appreciate the well wishes for everybody. And yeah, things are good here. We want to throw out there, and I don't know if everyone's aware, there was new Apple products that were announced this past week. I don't know if anyone's looking for the new MacBook Pros came out. I'm using the M1 Max. I will say, if you're thinking about getting an Apple laptop, like I really can't justify upgrading. And I bought this in 2021, so 3 years later, and I really can't justify it. I'd love to get one and convince myself to get one, but then I know I would just be where I am right now. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about diving in to get an Apple laptop, it's not a lot of huge upgrades from the previous year, but it's a nice incremental upgrade that is happening. So that's one of the things I appreciate. There's no pressure to feel like you have to run out and upgrade, but if you are upgrading, you're just seeing a nice little one more addition to it. And let's see. And they also announced new iMacs. Personally, I find it very annoying that they don't have a 27-inch of the iMac. And they don't have no space gray. What's the lighter color? Just gray? I don't know. But anyways, new iMacs are out, and a redesign now on the Mac Mini. Which the Mac Mini, if you want to get in to the Apple ecosystem, it's the most affordable way to get into it, and the price starts at $5.99. Give this a little bit of time, and then on Amazon, I'm willing to bet you'll see it for $5.49, possibly $4.99. They've done a nice little upgrade on this. It has the new M4 chip in it. They've got rid of all the USB-A ports. We're now all USB-C. And new redesign, the Mac Mini. And those things are powerful. Basically, they all are awesome now since they've gotten off Intel. Brian, good morning, Craig, and everyone. Hope all are having a great day, topping off at 73 degrees. Enjoy it. That sounds like a nice, comfortable temperature. Larry, welcome. Thank you for being here, and happy Saturday to you. Sorry, I left my coffee. That's okay. I have a Red Bull. I usually have about 3 drinks here, depending on the level of caffeine I need at any given point in time. There's usually coffee, Red Bull, and Gatorade or something. Let's see, Devon, good morning to you. Welcome. And break time. Cold, flu, or vid? I felt like congested. Just a cold. Nothing too bad. It was just dried out, kind of the rough throat. It was take some Dayquil, be fine. It's been 3 days with no cell connection. That sucks. No cell is do you have the cell hooked up on your Apple Watch? Because at least then you can stream stuff if you need to. Pair up some AirPods. John, it's been over 2 months since we had rain. I just put a PoE camera up 400 feet. Yeah, PoE, if you're not familiar with PoE, it is power over Ethernet. So like in the case of what John's saying, you can run a 400-foot cord and you get your data and your power out of it. If you ever think about, like, if you need a hardcore Wi-Fi setup, a good company is Ubiquiti and their Unify system. And a lot of their stuff will have routers, and you'll place access points around, and you'll run Ethernet, and those access points get power over that Ethernet cable. So going old school with wire is consistent, still nice. David, I swear Steve Jobs, and it's not a laptop, it's a MacBook. Think he associated the word laptop as a Windows name. I know it's a MacBook. We're like, well, it is kind of funny when it just becomes the name of a product. You call it by, it just, I don't even know where I'm going. Forget it. No good example. No, but like rollerblades, that's a brand. They're inline skates. I don't know why that's the best example I could come up with. That was lame. Brian, I need a desktop. The Mini is fantastic. Yeah, it's a great price. And, I still stand by the M1. My wife has been using hers since 2020, and she's got it loaded with files. She's always multiple apps open for work. That it's a little powerhouse. Even going with just the M1. Now you're up to the the M4, and they do have I think they still did the Pro version. Yeah, if you want to kick up the power on it, for $12.99 you could get the Pro version. And this, the worst thing about it is the hard drive. You know, the Apple with that 512 gigabyte. Actually, I think they were 256 last year, but I would have to do at least 1 terabyte of storage. But this is their Pro chip with three Thunderbolt 5 ports. Yeah, it's a beast of a machine for even at $1,500. That's pretty loaded. Oh, William, yes, Craig, definitely the one that really interests me is the new Mac Mini. Yeah, it's a sweet little machine. You know, there's points where I go, should I go just desktop? But then there's no reason. I'm good. Let's see. David, see the new Mac Mini's on and off switch is on the underside of the device. So if you need to turn it off or on, you have to pick it up first. Yeah, that's kind of silly. Yeah, they don't, and of course they don't show it right here in their pictures. Why not? Why wouldn't you show us your silly placement? Yeah, it's like in one of these corners. I think it's in the back corner there. So at least, I mean, if you got you might be able to squeeze a pinky under there and give it turn it on or off. Let's see. Kevin, good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, welcome. Thank you for being here. David, same. The cell on my Watch Ultra has been disconnected. Oh, so the whole thing, yeah, shut down. Or Dave, a great opportunity for some 3D parts for that on-off switch. That, yeah, 3D printing is pretty cool. I want a new 3D printer. There's some great ones out now that are just fast, and it's amazing. There's such a community for 3D printing that if you think about it, someone's probably already made it and for you. Like I was printing out some stands for some Lego things I had. I've printed all different stuff with it, and it's been great. That sounded like people always tell me it's not a car, it's a Tesla. Too funny. Yeah. Hey, have you guys been seeing any of the Cybertrucks rolling around? Right now, I've seen 3 around. I just saw a white one. There was like 2 stainless steel. One I saw, actually like 4. Yeah, one wrapped in black, satin black, and one wrapped in white. So they're, yeah. I told my kids, I'm like, because there's one pulling up to drop like kids off at school. I'm like, I gotta get one, huh, ladies? And they're like, no, I would never want to be in it. That'd be so embarrassing to be in that car. It is such a polarizing car. I love it. Duncan, the Mac Mini power switch design, is the same person who put the charging port on the bottom of the mouse. Yeah, David, like the new Magic Mouse, the charger is still underneath. Yeah, that's one of those where like Apple's just trolling people with that, I think. I mean, come on. Yes, you're going to mess up the design aesthetic putting a little USB-C at the end of that Magic Mouse. Yes, you'll have to tweak it, but come on. Yeah, they're just messing with us at this point. William, yeah, Craig, I actually also found that funny that the power button is on the bottom of the Mac Mini. I guess we're going to have to make a shortcut so we can turn it on automatically. Yeah, you got to get one of the little switch button pushers, elevate it. Yeah. Yeah, a lot in Seattle area. Hi, Tam, welcome. David, Cybertrucks aren't on sale in the UK. What I was hearing is that I saw in a video was something about the UK regulations for safety. Like basically, I think it was the equivalent. There's a lot of declaration, like you could declare your vehicle safe. More so than needing to actually a third party, a government agency to test the vehicle. It's kind of a good faith sort of thing, is from what I understand. So I don't think from the article or the video I was watching, I can't remember which one it was, but it was that it hasn't been regulated for UK streets and for Europe for sale. It hasn't been put through the paces as I understand it. But I could be completely wrong. Brian, there are a bunch of Cybertrucks in the Phoenix area. Some of the wraps look nice, like the matte white and matte orange. Yeah, that is, yeah, I do like it wrapped better. The thing that is the stainless steel, man, oils and stuff stain on it is brutal. It's an odd vehicle. It's an odd vehicle. I want to get a new Model 3 so with the updates. Yeah, John, Devon, Black Friday's coming soon. Yeah, Black Friday's coming up. Just so you guys know, as of yesterday, and just double check this, but when I looked it up, return policy has changed for Amazon. And it's they went into holiday return pricing or return policy. So you can buy from November 1st and be able to return it up until January 31st, I believe. So, but the important part is you can start your Christmas shopping now and buy deals and still be able to return them after Christmas. Yeah, and the Cybertruck. Yeah, Bill, I saw Cybertruck a few weeks ago. Not impressed at all. Yeah, and there's some messed up stuff with them. There's a video. Let's see. Trying to think. There's a YouTube channel. Ooh, don't want that. That did a video on the Cybertruck. Yeah, Cybertruck durability test. And what they found is that, I'll just drop this video in there if anybody wants to check it out. What ended up happening is that this truck ended up jumping off of, did a jump, landed on some concrete, and basically snapped the back bumper. And actually, I'll show you this before we move away from it. This is scary. Watch him. He's showing how if you slam the doors on this car and pull it open, it'll rip the whole liner off. So now it just gets stuck and rips the whole interior up on this. So then I think the guy goes over to the other side, slams the other door. Same thing. So if your kid slammed the door and you force it open, you might have an issue with that. So that could be a problem, which seems like a pretty big problem for a car. But anyways, they jumped the car and the back end landed on cement and it busted it. And the problem is it's cast aluminum. So instead of steel, the tow hitch is held on with cast aluminum, which is not good. And that snapped. So there's been some incidents, I guess, of people having their tow hitch snap, but definitely not made for towing at this point. So John, yeah, that's not for it. And it's so minimal inside that, yeah, there's not, if you don't like the design, it's not too impressive. Oh my God, this guy's destroying this truck. Like the little stainless steel around the edge of the window trim, you just peel it right off. Just held on with adhesive. Some of them are peeling off while people are driving. So it's one of those I would definitely not be, I wouldn't want to run out and get the first versions coming off the line of any Tesla vehicle. Definitely not. Yeah, I think it's because our roads in the UK aren't as wide in the US, so not many places to be able to drive it. Yeah, the thing is, oh my God, I got this left it playing here. They're taking it to the dealer after they've destroyed this car. Oh my God, wow. Yeah, how much is it going to cost to fix this? You guys should check out that video. Links in the chat. Larry, hi. Hey Greg, my wife and I are upgrading the iPhone 16 Pro Max tomorrow from our iPhone 12 Pro Max. Any suggestion, tips, or thoughts? Well, you're coming from a 12 Pro Max. I'm trying to think. Is there anything? No. I mean, that's really the thing with the iPhones. Even after all that time, I think you'll just enjoy the aesthetics. But from a feature standpoint, and please, someone jump in of what would be the biggest updates that you would notice coming from a 12 Pro Max. From my standpoint, because I think you were able to upgrade to 18, so you should be able to take care of most of the features of it. Always on display. Always on display is a nice one to have. And I'm a big person, focus modes. Use focus modes too. So that nighttime, put your phone in sleep. But yeah, I like the always on display. But there was something else that I was thinking that's changed. Oh yeah, standby mode. You could take advantage of standby mode if you get a charging stand. But I'm like, from a physical, come on, turn on, or not. Maybe if I put it down. And I hate it. Every year they change the iPhone design, so you got to buy a new case. And this case is just too wide to sit on this properly. But yeah, you got the, let's see. I like standby mode. It's cool because you can put different screens up. You could even have some smart home controls. You know, you just need to have a charging stand and put it in the horizontal position. But that's going to come with the always on display. But short of that, I feel like every year it's just a minor upgrade. Nice improvement. I mean, the screen, you know, it's getting bigger, a little bit bigger here and there. See videos. Okay. So yeah, sorry, Larry. I don't have any great tips. I just think you take advantage of standby mode. One of the tips, Apple TV users, I love it. If you're an Apple TV user, swipe down from the top, grab the remote, and then pick a TV. I got my garage TV. If I power it on, it'll log into my account. It'll be ready for me. So even though I'm going to use the physical remote, a lot of times if I know I'm going into a room, I'll swipe down, take the remote, select the TV, and turn it on. I could make a shortcut for it, but that's just one if you don't want to write anything. You just do that. David, I've seen videos where the alloy wheels have been ripping holes in the tires. Yeah, well, the wheel covers. Tesla had a problem with their wheel covers that they were like digging into the tire too and were putting pressure. So they had to like recall those or tell people to take them off and then they'll replace them. The thing that's nice though with Tesla is that they do make good looking rims underneath their covers. And every time I see a Tesla with the stock covers on, I just want to go put a little note with a picture and a link to Amazon so they could see the little kit. Because you could grab those covers, you yank them off, and then there's five nuts that you go and you buy a little $20 plastic kit and you cover those nuts up with it and you're done. And the rims, they look nice. You know, people are like, that? They've seen my rims on mine and they're like, that's what the rims look like underneath those covers? I'm like, yeah, just get a pair of gloves on and yank like hell. And they come off and you got some decent rims under there. Mojo. Hey, welcome, Mojo. Yeah. Bill, I thought towing was one of their selling features. Yeah, it's got the power. You just can't bump it. Yeah, there's things. I love how Tesla isn't held back by the way cars have been done, but then they also mess up things that just, I don't know. Like I have a Model 3 and I hate that the whole roof is glass. Because when you sit there in the sun, glass gets hot and glass radiates heat. So I ended up I have a cover, so I blacked out my glass, and that's supposed to be a cool selling point. Or the idea of the center console, everything's on this one display. The speed's there, so you have to look over. No heads up. I mean, there's silly things yeah, Tesla just needs to not reinvent everything about a truck. Brett, have a good Halloween. Yeah, I had to give out candy the whole time. Nice thing was, I actually took one of my Akara cameras because I don't have any wired cameras outside. So I opened up my window a little, one of the windows looking out. I just stuck the Akara E1 camera in there and turned off the the night vision. And instead of running it in the corner of my Apple TV, I just parked my iPad underneath my TV, and I just let the live feed play the whole night. So as soon as I'd see people coming up the driveway, hit pause, start walking over to the door. It's great. So just grab any smart camera in the house, put it in the window, turn off the UV light so it doesn't blind itself. If you can, open up a window, it'll shoot through the screen fine. But that was nice, so I didn't have to go anywhere. It was great. Just handed out some candy. And you really get to see the difference in kids. You're like, hey, grab a couple. And you're like, couple, yeah, 2 this time, 2 that. And then you got the other kid grabbing 1. You're like, you can grab some more. You're like, yeah, I like you. I don't like you. What do you think of Apple Intelligence? John, I'm sorry. Only AI. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what that means right there, John. Brett, do you think, what do you think of Apple Intelligence? Apple Intelligence, I had to turn off some of the new redesign in Mail because they were breaking it up into categories. I might get that out of the way. The summarizing is nice. The summarizing, I guess, can be kind of brutal because summarizing will give you what it thinks the most important parts are. And apparently there was something I was hearing that someone broke up through text, and initially, like on the home screen, it could give you a little summary of what's happening. So to get the little pop-up and have Apple AI summarize the breakup into a couple of lines is a little off-putting, I guess. But when it comes to Mail, if you open up Mail, it'll throw priority messages up at the top. I do like how it summarizes events. If you have like a lot of events happening, like it'll tell me at times multiple people have come over, have triggered the alarm, or things like messages, any kind of messages. It'll kind of consolidate, like you have a message about an appointment and this and that. That stuff, it's just like little additions there. What is trippy though is I have 18.2, and if you do a long press, it'll open up the capture feature. And that capture feature, you could point at anything. You know, I'll just point it. I pointed it at the back of at the back of my wife's Kindle, and it identified that it was a Kindle just based on the back. And it'll bring up a screen where you hit ask, and you can ask a question about it. But before you even ask anything, it'll do a summary of it. The image features a high-performance computer mouse. Okay, this one didn't identify it as a Logitech one. But like the back of my wife's Kindle, it recognized the case. Like I did it during the member stream with the protein shake, and it told me about the protein shake, that it has amount of protein in it, vitamins. I asked how much it is. It told me $1.78 when buying in bulk. It's pretty cool. That stuff's pretty cool, but it's not coming out until I think beginning of the year. But I'm using it in beta. Oh yeah, I took a picture of this box of cards. So you take a picture, it does a little scan of it, and then I could go right to asking a question. If I hit ask, it does its version of what it thinks. And then it gave me a whole history of these playing cards and why they are popular. So I see how that could be valuable. The thing is it's going to be like voice. Using voice, you're going to have to teach yourself to use it. You know, you're going to end up going into Google, or like, I think we become creatures of habit. But if you could program yourself to use it more and go, oh, I got a question, and see what it can do. I know there's people that just live by Chat GPT. Like they're constantly asking questions and getting answers and things. I'm not good about that, but there's a lot of value in taking advantage of these tools. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but when you're now, let's see, don't switch. What is Amazon? I'll just say 88. Nope. And of course, make me a liar. Okay. How to get ink out of clothes. Perfect. this right here, this AI overview, it's actually, I'm using this stuff more. And this is not a good thing. It is a good thing for me and us, but it's not a good thing for advertisers. I do want to share a video with you guys that you should check out. That I don't usually watch this guy because I don't like the pace of his videos. Mr. Who's the Boss. But he he covered Google and really did an excellent video on it. Where's his videos? Yeah, I want to share this one with you guys. Why Google search is falling apart. And yeah, check this out. It kind of goes through the progression of Google. And the thing that is interesting is like, he describes the shitification of a service. And basically the idea is you bring customers in and you give them all the tools and make them reliant. Google with Gmail, Google Docs, all that stuff. You bring them in, then you bring in the businesses and you get you get them reliant on Google, and then you do whatever the hell you want with it at that point. You just start charging, you use their data, whatever the case is. And this is a perfect example. Like with Google, you pretty much have to scroll down everywhere now to get past all the sponsored crap in a lot of cases. I'm really surprised there's no sponsored stuff. So that's where the customer suffers, because Google puts all this sponsored crap, you can't find anything. Now, the advertisers get reliant because they make a bunch of money on it. Now, Google screws the advertisers by doing this AI overview. So even though people spent money on how to advertise, they now get put below the data that Google is stealing from them. So we've reached official shitification of Google. So they now can just crap on all of us and it doesn't matter. But overall, they're kind of screwing the people that make them money, because they didn't create or find they scrubbed all the websites to give us the data, and it works out well. Let's see, let's go check out our source, how to get pen ink out. So if you do like an answer, then you go to it. But if you paid money to advertise, doesn't mean you're gonna get seen. So yeah. Oh, David, yeah, that's right. David sent that in Discord. I appreciate it, man. I love it. Yeah, that's a great video. It really is. So check it out. But I'm using that Google AI. It's giving me information quicker on things. I mean, here, best way to make $100, $1,000. Okay, we can go through all these websites and we could get everyone's opinion on it, or we could just let Google steal it. Deliver food. No, I don't want to do that. I want to be a freelance writer. And then boom, it's awesome. It's a great tool, but it is not good for the advertisers necessarily. So selling online courses. Pick up a part-time job. So whatever the case is, these AI tools are getting awesome. But it is not good for the businesses that they're stealing it from. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay, yeah. Oh, now I'm behind. Good, I got myself behind. I was way too far ahead. I have an iPhone 14. I'm blind using accessibility features, but some of them don't even know. I don't even know what they are. Any suggestions? When should I update my 14? The 14, if you're content, if you're happy with it, and there's nothing else you need, that if you're not annoyed with your 14, don't mess with it. Just leave it alone. Keep what you have. Next September, unless you need one prior, next September, update to the iPhone 17 or 17 Pro. I say go with the Pro because you get the ProMotion display. And that's the thing. Are you going back? Okay, you had a 12 Pro Max, so you already have ProMotion display, Larry, on your 12 Pro Max. But You upgrade when you're not happy with the speed of it, I think, at this point. I don't know if from an accessibility standpoint if there was any new features that were added. I don't know if you're familiar with this one, but under accessibility, there are some tap gestures you can do to access certain things quickly, like a double tap on the back or a triple tap. That's under accessibility. But really, it's videos on it. Accessibility tips is where I would head with things and looking it up, because that's a beauty of YouTube. Almost everybody's covered everything at some point. Just hopefully they don't suck when they're covering it. Yeah, it's hard watching certain videos. You know, the most annoying part, and I get it, not annoying, but the part that I've been taught not to do is the like and subscribe in the first 20 seconds. It's like, nobody knows who you are. I need you to like and subscribe to this video. You don't know who I am. The rest of this video may suck, but do it. So that's those things that was like beaten out of me from the gurus. Yeah, the glass cover during summer is terrible. Even in PNW, I cannot imagine elsewhere. Yeah, the glass top on the Tesla sucks. I ended up buying a mesh. They have shades that go in there, but I actually got one that has a black aluminum, or has the silver lining, so it actually reflects back. You don't notice it at all through the glass, but it helps to send it back. And it makes a huge difference when it gets up to like 110. Alonzo, welcome. How long has the battery of the car U50 U100 locks lasted? I find with mine, I feel like it's probably around 3 to 4 months. It's long enough that I'm not annoyed. Because I was really annoyed with the August lock, because one, you had to buy special batteries for it, and yeah, I had to buy them like every 2 months, every 3 months, where the Akara, the U100 that I've been using, and everybody uses it by fingerprint mainly, is probably about 3 to 4 months. I've not been annoyed by it, and that's kind of what annoyance was a factor with the August lock. David, new iPhone 16s have the new camera module. Capture button. How did you forget that, Craig? Yeah, it's one of those, like, I guess, you know why I didn't mention it? It's not a selling point to me yet. So, yeah, like, I was excited for the capture button, and that's a great point. If you want to know, the capture button on the iPhone or phone to get to camera is just one click. Now, with this capture button, it's sensitive where you could swipe through to do zooms and other functions out of it. And then you can do a light click, or you could click on it to get it out of the function. How do I get to neutral? Just a normal picture, dang it. And you could use it as a shutter, but then a light click gets you to other features. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's there to pop open. I mean, you get your camera open quick, but I'm so used to having the button, just having the symbol in the bottom corner. It's going to be cool when the capture stuff really gets used more. But yeah, I find I don't use it that much because it almost feels a little clunky going through the different things. Standard, that's where I want to be. And then like getting that little, well, it's a light double tap, gets you back to the menus, and then you can scroll through. But I don't really like it for zooming. A lot of the functions, yeah, I was disappointed they didn't offer more manual control. But yeah, there you got the capture button. It's on there. It's good for pulling up. If you try to open your phone but you hold it too long, then it goes into that AI scanning mode. So, but yeah, that's a good point. I didn't mention that. It's there. Shows how much I'm in love with it. John, my iPad Air M1 now has AI. Can't wait until 18.2. Yeah, 18.2 is where you really start to see more of you see the chat GPT and integration. What are your thoughts on the Apple Silicon case for the 16 Pros? Good case for the camera button. I don't have it in here. The first time I bought the silicone case was last year, and that was because Apple did away with the leather. I always liked the leather cases. They always felt good. This feels very similar, except, I mean, it's rubber, but the overall build feels about the same. And all the time that I had my last one, I managed to take just a little nick out of the corner, like I scraped it on something. But other than that, I had no problems with it. I don't like how it gets stuck a little when you're pulling it out. When it comes to other leather cases, a lot of them have the plastic around the side. So I didn't want to go that route. I just wish Apple would do a vegan leather. You know, I've sat on my Tesla car seats for the past 3 years and they look immaculate. Just use that fake leather on an iPhone. But yeah, anyways, I like them. Other people have said they needed to replace them, that they get beat up, but I've dropped mine a couple times already with this. I've never had one break or crack in the case. Like, it has enough of a lip on it. And yeah, the capture button works well because you got that little metal capacitive touch it goes through. So yeah, I do like it. Mojo Series 10 titanium versus regular Series 10. Much difference other than titanium versus aluminum. The biggest thing, you get cellular, and you also get that sapphire crystal, because that's the weakest part. The aluminum and the Gorilla Glass, or you want sapphire crystal, because sapphire crystal is what real good expensive watches use. Sapphire crystal is what they're using on here on the lenses, so they don't get scratched up on your camera. So really, that is, if you're looking for durability, it's the way to go. Definitely go with the titanium. And tomorrow I have my video coming out on 1 month later with this. And so far it's like I haven't had any fine scratches or anything in this aluminum finish, but it still is a finish that can be scratched off. The worst thing about these Apple devices is they're not making the metal that color all the way through. Like, it would be beautiful if they had titanium and they could pour a dye in it and it was all 100% that color. It's not. So if you have any of these coatings, like some people are having problems with the titanium Apple Watch in black, that they've just had little scrapes of the finish coming off. So, which that voids the whole point to me in going with the titanium. It's being able to beat it up. So like, I personally, I would want to go Mojo with the slate titanium. These slate titanium looks cool. I like the black on the Ultra. It looks awesome, but I just worry about, without any kind of case or protection, how it would hold up for me, because I do know that I've banged it into things. But yeah, looking at the slate is pretty cool. The thing though is, for $100 more, you can get, let's see, titanium. For $100 more, you can get the Ultra. But that all comes down to whether you like the look of the Ultra. So that is the slate color there. I think that looks pretty slick. But yeah, that's pretty much the difference. 30 minutes. And then I jumped ahead, I think. So 42 behind. My iPad with the new iOS is a lot better with battery. It's lasting a while longer. Good. I'm glad it's optimized better, because 18 was sucking when it came out. It was tearing up my battery on the phone. And yeah, David, take my credit for it. No, I appreciate it. I love it. That Google video is awesome about Google. I think he was spot on in the description. David C. Russia's trying to find Google for shutting down some of their propaganda videos on YouTube. Oh my God, I can't wait till the election season's over. Oh, yeah. Don't believe what you see. Things can be chopped up and put out of context. And yeah, it's all, you grab anything, any clip, and you just take a clip, and what you put before and after it can change that whole thing. So it's like, just be careful. Be a skeptic, a healthy skeptic on all of it. because it all can be manipulated now, which is crazy. And sorry, Dave Bowie. I'm sorry I got that if I got that wrong. I got the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and honestly, at this point, it's going to be a few years now until I next upgrade. That's the thing. It's like it's a great time to get into it. You know, I had my daughter wait on her iPhone for the 14 Pro when she got one, and that was because we were close to them coming out. But there was a dynamic island. There was the USB-C. There was changes. Actually, there's no USB-C. She's the only one not on USB-C for charging now. But there was enough of a change that it was a good upgrade. Like right now, buying a Apple Watch Series 10, now this is the upgrade that's happened. You know, we'll probably sit in this screen size for the next 2 to 3 years. And then it'll do 47 millimeter will be next. But yeah, it's nice to get them on the transition. This is the old one. This is the new one. And it does sit closer to the wrist. It is a little more comfortable. Where are we at? David, has the new AirPod hearing test feature said you're tone deaf? No, I have not tried it, and I don't want to because I already know my ears are messed up. No, I ruptured this eardrum on a flight. Luckily, I was on so many painkillers, I never felt it. Yeah, I was like, what's this stuff leaking out of my ear? Oh, you ruptured your eardrum. But I think I have about 10 to 15% less hearing in this ear. It was when I was going, I feel like like my right earbud just isn't as loud as the left one. Let me switch them. I feel like my right ear isn't as loud. So, yeah, I got to check that. Let's see. Where did I leave? Devana, welcome. Disability Girl, I have an Apple Watch 8. When should I update that? See, the transition in size happened at the 7. I think 7, 8, 9 are the same size. And what's interesting is Apple doesn't compare right here. If you look at it, they don't compare the screen size of the 7, 8, and 9. Oh, they do actually. Sorry, I lied. So pause. Let me pause this here. Yeah, there. Okay, so you're really talking minor differences in size. I mean, it's so minimal. And from a speed standpoint, I feel like the real change happened back at the like 4, 5, 6, or maybe 6 to 7. But yeah, I don't think you're going to get much out of it, really, unless there's a feature you know that you want. But yeah, and if you're ready to upgrade, we're probably going to stay in the Series 10 for a year or two. You know, if you wait till next year and get a Series 11, you may be buying basically the Series 10. So it might not be till the 13 or 12 when we see any new upgrade, or it could be next year, and yeah, you never know. But if you're happy and it's running fine, stick with it. Ride it as long as you can, because I don't notice any huge improvements. But if there's a feature you like, use it as an excuse to get one. Let's see. Dave Bowie, Russia's not going to have to pay a penny. I know. You're like, good luck getting anyone to pay on those things. Yeah, it was like the largest fine in history or something $1 trillion. AI, when you want an answer that may or may not be correct or even safe, if it doesn't have the answer, it makes one up. iRobot, STOS, the ultimate computer. Don't trust and verify. That's a great point. An article I was reading yesterday, and for those who don't know, Amazon's AI is delayed till 2025. I'm not going to talk smack about them. I mean, most of Apple's features aren't really going to go into effect till 2025. The problem is with theirs is that in the article I was reading, it can't control smart devices very well, and it shows off. So it tries to show off with all the information it knows. And it can't even turn on your lights and do things. It's not accurate in smart home control yet, which is awesome. I love it. Like, the damn thing won't stop showing off. Can you turn on the lights for me? Yeah, but first, let me tell you about the light bulb and when it came out. Are you familiar with with Edison? Yeah, Edison. Okay, so I love it. That sounds awesome. Brian, definitely muscle memory to change your workflow of the capture button. That is it, man. Muscle memory. I used to use muscle memory to my advantage when it came to like my job as a lighting programmer, because there was wheels, and wheels would change different features of lights. And the idea was I never got stuck in one way, and I just trust my muscle memory that just do it 3 times and then you'll learn that way. But yeah, don't get locked into a way of doing it, because once you do, muscle memory. You know, it's like, it's the same, you know, we walk up and down stairs based on muscle memory. So you just teach yourself a new muscle memory for a while, and then, you know, it becomes, yeah, you teach yourself a new muscle memory. That sounds as stupid as can be. Let's see, Bill, thank you. Smash that like button, especially for not being super late. This is totally different. Yeah, time change tomorrow. Time changes at 2 a.m. tonight, which we talked about that in the live stream. It is kind of silly that they picked 2 a.m. Is that because of the bars here in the U.S.? Did they just go, we don't want to give them anyone an extra hour of drinking, so we'll keep it at closing time here in the U.S. In a lot of places. Dave Bowie, question. I've asked this on Shane Watley's YouTube channel. If he doesn't know it, then no one knows it. No, I love Shane. He's a good guy. YouTube Live a few days ago, but want to know your thoughts on it. If Apple made a first-party HomeKit security system based around Siri and Apple Intelligence. The problem is, I wouldn't necessarily be into it. Well, it's a toss-up. They need to partner with the right people. But short of that, a security system, to me, really is who they're partnered with. The reason I stick with Ring is because it's a large network there, and when the alarm has gone off, the sheriff showed up. You know, I was on a flight home, or my family was, and then my dog set off the motion sensor because I didn't set it right, and the sheriff showed up. So when I got landed, my phone was blowing up with text and everything from Ring, you know, neighbors, all that stuff. So mission accomplished. If Apple partnered up with someone, other than that, it's just slapping some motion sensors up and some door sensors. So I could see that exploding quickly, because you literally are just pairing up sensors, and then Apple works with ADT or someone, charges $8 a month, and boom, you're good to go. And adoption would be great. Big thing with me in the smart home is about adoption of the products. I don't want to beta test a bunch of stuff and show it to you guys. You're like, here's the Sing Wow camera, and I'm not trying to be offensive and pick a name. I just literally hear all different names of cameras, and it may be the best camera on the planet while I'm testing it, but who knows longevity wise. So I feel that way when it comes to like alarm systems, doorbells, and all that. You know, it would be great to have a whole ecosystem with it, with Apple Intelligence, but it comes down to professional monitoring for me. Like Abode, I haven't used them, but that's one where they're the closest to like the mass Apple adoption. Let's see, I got the Apple Watch Series 7. So hopefully that helps out. But yeah, it's an easy one. I could see that just a flip of a switch and then an Apple alarm. You know, it's a home, you know, Apple, yeah, whatever they call it. But yeah, they just partner with someone. You could use existing sensors that you already have in your house, and that's it. You know, it doesn't even have to be their hardware. They literally can just stamp it Apple alarm and then just farm it out to one of these other services. And when the sensor goes off, boom, they respond. Dave Bowie, I've got the Apple Watch Series 7. Don't see myself getting a new one for a while. Yeah, and that's back to this image. You're like, it really is not that different. And if you watch tomorrow's video, I have on the Series 9, the Series 10, and the Ultra, and with the same watch faces, and there's no huge like, whoa, that is good. No, none of that is happening there. But now, if you're coming from a 3, that's huge. That's a huge difference. If you're coming from the 4, 5, or 6 or the SE, that's a huge difference. You know, it's going to make a big difference. You're going to see a lot more text. It's easier to read, but I don't want you guys spending money. I don't want to recommend people spend money on stuff they don't need. Steven, even, I got a 6 and it's fine. That's where the biggest change was from 3 to 4. It was like a new watch when the 4 came out. From that point, it's just been minor. Let's see. V, hey V, welcome. Got you 7 on thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, got you 7. You give me 7 thumbs up? Does that equals a total thumbs up? Yeah, if you guys ever get mad and you really want to show, you're like, I hate what he said, just do a triple tap on that thumbs up. That lets me know that you're really mad. 51 minutes, only 5 behind. Yes, and I haven't even had any good rants. David, I went from the Apple Watch Series 5 to the Ultra, great for battery and compared to any of the other watches, even the 10. I only have to recharge it every 3 days. That's cool that you're getting that much battery life out of it. I think one of the best parts about the Ultra and the battery life is just not having to care. You know, like I went to Disneyland. I'm like, okay, let's just track my steps today. Let's turn on a workout. My battery was dead like 3 hours later because I didn't even think about that the GPS was just full on burning the whole time. Well, if I had the Ultra, would have went right through that. I actually made a video on using the Ultra all day for everything. Like I did 90 minutes of using the maps for navigation from my house to the beach and from the beach back. I made it a whole day doing everything on it. So even if you're good charging every night, the Ultra just means you're never going to run out. With the Series 10, if I do like a long workout, tracking a long workout, if I stream anything over cellular, those things are definitely going to chip away and it'll probably won't make it a day. Dave Bowie, a thought I have is A1 that's using the Apple TV remote as a universal remote for blinds, as it's a nice small form factor and amazing premium build quality for remote. I don't know how you would be able to do that. That would be nice. I haven't used it in that way yet, or don't know a way to do it. I love the remote though. I mean, this one's so much better than the old glass one. I don't know. I love the Apple TV. There's a lot of people that or not a lot of people. I just see comments are like, I'm not paying that much for a streaming device, and it's like it's beyond a streaming device. There's the other features you're paying for, and some of what you're paying for too is no ads in the way. You're gonna get recommended content, but I don't consider that, like I've never seen a car ad on Apple TV. So that is no car ads yet. Let's see. It's always been 2 a.m. as far as I know, probably, so it's at least disruptive. Yeah, and it makes sense there. But yeah, it's kind of a weird one. My daughter she's going to Yosemite for a week. And that's kind of messed up. They're leaving tomorrow. Oh, actually, they get an hour more sleep, so it's not messed up. They have to be at the school at 6:30 in the morning. And, it's a 7-day or 6-day camping out in Yosemite. Let's see. Brandon. Hey, Brandon, welcome. Hey, Craig, will you be at CES? I got to check and see what my wife's deal is, because that's always been the busy season for a lot of corporate stuff happens during that time. So usually I've been working. And the thing with CES has been, it's the downtime. That's the part where it's like, oh boy. Like I've spent a lot of time in Vegas. A lot of time. Like one of the last times I was there for a job, I hit
I hit like $500 on one video poker machine playing $1, a couple hundred on something else, and then a royal flush, and it was like $1,800. And I'm like, I had 2 more weeks left in Vegas, and I was like, God, I'm not giving this $1,800 back. I have like $100 to gamble with for the next, week. I've just spent so much time there, and now that I no longer smoke, quit that a long time ago, smoking and drinking at the slots. Oh yeah, that was whew. It's the downtime. It's the time once CES closes until it opens again. Keeping myself entertained after so much time there. Did a lot of stuff at the Mandalay Bay. But yeah, it's I should go. It's been a long time since I used to do CES in the early 2000s. A lot in Vegas. And I'm so used to just not having to, coming in earlier and later, and not having to go with the flow of attendees. But Devon, hey, happy early birthday, since we won't be able to say it next Wednesday. Thank you for being here, Devon, and happy birthday. Love to see you at CES. Yeah, and I should go. I definitely should go and see. I haven't been. Looked it up. When DST was being established, there was no trains leaving the station at 2 a.m. on Sundays in New York. When daylight saving time was being born. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes... I see somebody get caught on a train. They're like, yeah, 2 a.m., fall forward, or spring forward. You're like, nope, you're stuck. FYI, I've been having kernel panics with Sequoia 15.2 beta. Had to turn off AI. Oh, election is Tuesday. A rant is due. Oh, yeah, the S show. It's a zoo. It's just a zoo. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Just the whole thing. Just a zoo. I just picture like aliens, like this is the time they come and like observe us. Like, what is going on this planet? So yeah, that's it. I'll keep rant. We got a rant. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't have any good rant topics right now. Oh dang it! I just took that in the wrong window. Yeah, I'm like I usually something gets me going, but I'm like I don't know. I don't have any good rant. Let's see. We even. Oh well. Oh yeah, good. I scrolled the wrong way. So that is. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how everything shakes out, man. It's just, yeah, it's so interesting. It's just fascinating. It's like I don't want to go any sides on any of it. I actually appreciate the celebrities that go. I'm not picking a side on there. I'm just encouraging y'all go vote your truth, folks. But man, just look back at this. You're like, just the process. I'm like, we kicked a president to the curb. Said, dude, you don't got the brain for this. Get out of the way. We're putting someone else in your place. I'm like, holy crap. So yeah, it's insane times, but not rant worthy yet. So yeah, it's definitely so. Love it. David, I don't understand the workout feature of walking because the fitness app counts your steps anyways. I think it's to kind of throw in the calorie burn and the tracking as a workout is really the only thing. Because, yeah, like you said, the fitness app is going to tell you the steps. But I think it, out of a curiosity of calories burned and all that together as a workout, what would it come out to? Surely it work off of Bluetooth. If you're talking about the fitness stuff, no. Andrew, early start? Nope. Same time, same batch. Did you already turn your clocks forward? Oh yeah, you're on different times. That's right. Sorry, Andrew. Yeah, you guys turn your clocks forward an hour earlier. David mentioned that in our member stream that it was an hour earlier today. Yeah, we change ours. This Sunday. So yeah, I did not even know that or think about that. So I appreciate you guys doing it. Brandon, we're doing a smart home influencer meeting on Sunday night after unveiled, same place as last year. Spouses are welcome too. Yeah, I saw you guys. Yeah, you had that going on. That's awesome, man. That is great. Yeah, I got to get, like, I need a babysitter. That's basically it. I need a wingman because like I've just spent so much time in Vegas that I'm like I miss old Vegas. I miss old Vegas where it's dangerous crossing the roads. Yeah, it was dangerous being out. No, no, I just miss the old days before they tried to go family friendly, and then that didn't work. So then it was just full on resort pricing. It was like I like the deals of Vegas, the old days. Devonna, I have Apple TV HD. Should I update that one? Blind girl. It comes down to features. I like the 4K. If you have a 4K TV, I say upgrade. The picture quality is just so amazing now. If you have any interest in pairing up some HomePods to your Apple TV, it's another good reason to get it. A big thing is features. Is there a feature that's missing? I mean, if you're using the old HD, then yeah, it's not going to have some of the apps, some of the functions. But if you're using I would get the Apple TV 4K second generation. I think it's 2021. I think, or just the most recent one. You get one of those, and it's just gonna take care of you with all the features. Like for example, one that might be a nice step up for some people is the ARC support. So say you have a TV, you plug your Xbox into it. Or like, yeah, right in here. I have a TV, I have my PC plugged into it, and then I have my Apple TV, and then HomePod's plugged to that. Well, the sound from my PC will come out of those HomePod speakers because the Apple TV supports audio pass-through. So certain features, if you see that you like some of these features, definitely upgrade when you feel you need it. If it's slow and cumbersome, kick it out. CVW are looking at closing some factories. No, I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I saw that new little VW electric thing they have coming out. Yeah, that's why are they closing them? Are they closing them to reopen? Because somebody did a closure recently that was a little messed up. It seemed like they kind of blindsided a bunch of employees here in the U.S. that it was a factory shutdown. And I want to say it was a car company or something that the factory was like built in the 70s and it would just cost too much to rebuild and to maintain, so just close it. You're like, oh, well, where are they? Like California, we have some refineries that are closing down, and we have our own special blend of gas. We got special gas, so now we actually have one less refinery, and no new refineries are being built. So that'll only constrain, the resources, and price will go up. I hear you on that. A lot of real estate conferences are in Vegas. Yeah, and it used to be the adult video one was happening the same time as CES. That always went stacked on top. Bill, my tip of the day, don't take the work truck keys home and you won't have to take them back to work on your vacation day. Oh, Bill. Oh, I feel... Oh, I'm so sorry, man. That sucks. Brandon, media days are Sunday and Monday. We fly home Wednesday morning, so just doing expo on Tuesday. Gotcha. Yeah. See, that sounds like a better schedule there to just do. Yeah, the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. You can always rant about ads on Amazon Echo shows. That's if I saw them anymore, but I don't get to see them anymore because they're packed up. So, yeah, they're all packed up. So, yeah, it's like no more Echo shows. They're all in the closet now. And it's one of those, like, I'm not like, yeah, I'm anti-Echo shows because of the ads. I mean, the numbers are there. It's Amazon's advertising is there. You go to Amazon, look up Amazon ads, and they have a whole smart display section. Where they brag to their potential businesses, clients, saying, we have 80 million active Lady users a day that you can reach our targeted audience who are dedicated. And yeah, it's one of those that, yeah, a little scary, but it's only going to get worse. If that's the business model, it's only going to get worse. You know, so we'll see what happens there. I'm curious if in the spring we'll see a smart display with from Apple, because if they just look what happened with AirPods, they had no reason to be in the audio business, no reason at all. They bought Beats, they did their thing, and said, "Okay, here we come." And now, most popular headphones you're gonna find are a set of AirPods. Everyone made fun of when they first came out. David, every time I see the UK news, it's talking about the US elections. Are the US that interested in UK politics? Oh no, we couldn't care less. No. No, one thing I said to my father-in-law, because he'd always give me crap about living in California. He's like, "You're from the land of fruits and nuts," and you know, just different, always different crap. I said, I go, "You know what we say about Massachusetts and California?" He goes, "What?" "Nothing. You don't even exist. We don't even talk about you." I'm like, we don't even think about Massachusetts. New York, yeah. Florida, yeah. So, and that was my shutdown to talking crap about my state. No, but yeah, I think it's only when there's some good royal drama. But is that really politics? Because that's not even politics though. Danger, rant trigger, Newsom. Oh my God, Newsom. Oh God. It's just Newsom. He just got a Oh my God. No, the state of California has really lost its shine. I never thought I'd want to leave this state, and it's not. It's not as an enjoyable state. It really isn't. I don't want to go ranty on it because it's like I feel for my California that used to be. Dave Bowie, would you be up for a fun, cool automation competition? All the other tech channels. That'd be amazing to see all the amazing ideas you all come with and see who wins. I think they would all kick my butt, because I'm just so lazy, and it's the simplicity. Like, I feel like everything's just broken down to its simplest parts for me, and I feel like I would definitely lose that competition. I don't think I'd be interested enough with it compared to you get Reed. Reed's done some great stuff. What's that dude's name? Shane something or no? Shane Watley. He's done great stuff too. You know, I mean, that's where I first learned the TV shortcut. I give him credit, give him a shout out in the video for the pick your TV service and all that. Yeah, there's some great stuff there. But I think those guys would definitely kick my automation butt. Brandon, careful what you wish for. You'll be up at 4 a.m. playing craps, drinking bourbon, smoking cigars. That's the concern. No, I can remember being in like early 2000, being in Atlantic City and just duking it out with a slot machine from like 2 a.m. till like 6, 7 a.m. And just like it was video poker. I'm like, I'm leaving with $100. I'm leaving, and I did. It just took 4 hours, 5 hours. Yeah. Those days. Some of your fellow influencers can go pretty hard. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Why do I feel like Shane might be one of those? Anyone who's got like bourbon collections or something. David, still no ads for Amazon links on my Lady A Show 8. Only thing I can think of is our laws maybe stopping that. That's it. They're only in the US and Canada right now. So US and Canada. But yeah, apparently sales have dropped in Europe to the point VW are having to close them. That's kind of crazy, because VW was like the car that was everywhere. It seemed like the Bug. That thing just didn't die. It was everywhere, all over the world. Like, they were making the VW Beetle for years in, I thought, Mexico, even after it wasn't available in the U.S. Ford is losing $58,000 on every EV they build. They plant in Canada was supposed to build the new EV with build a diesel instead. New EV is now 2027 release. That's the thing. Tesla kind of backed everybody into a corner. They had a head start. Thank you, Brandon, for coming by, man. And yeah, I'll check the date. I'll see what's going on if my wife has stuff on that. Because it's always kind of hard to justify leaving the kids and not, yeah. Bill, thank you. An hour and 10 minutes. I'm 4 minutes behind. I'll wrap this up in a minute. I thought I was going to finish way early. Larry, per Mark Gurman, Home OS is going to incorporate Apple Intelligence if it also acts as a hub to my other existing Apple HomePods. I said it would be a home run. I have a feeling they'll do that you'll have one HomePod. Like in the case of the Ecobee thermostat, you could request stuff from Siri, but what it's doing is you actually pair that thermostat to a HomePod. So the processing is done on the HomePod. So I could totally see them working together so that you make a request on a Mini and then it processes it on the other one. Or they'll just close it down and they'll just take it. They'll just make you, you'll just have to do the upgrades. Gordon, now you know how to count cards. Don't take a LV for too much money. Remember the movie Wall Street. Greed is good, but it could get you barred. Yep. Gotta keep practicing. Keep the counting going. Doing pretty good, actually, after we got off talking. Yeah. David, fruits, nuts, and Silicon Valley. Now, there's a movie, Robert Downey Jr., an old one, Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang. And then there's a line in there where it said, it's like somebody grabbed the United States by the East Coast and shook it, and all the sane people held on, and the rest landed in California. I'm like, yeah, that nails it. Simplicity always works best, too. That's it. Yeah, I feel like get so immersed in this stuff that I don't play as much as I used to in creating different stuff. Brian, speaking of Apple purchases, I saw they acquired Pixelmator. Yeah, I'm wondering what their plan is with that and why that was in something they were interested in. I'm wondering if it's to help work with some of their AI images that once you generate an AI, if you're now able to manipulate it using Pixelmator. Do you have any recommendations on space heaters that work with Lady A? I don't. Yeah, please, if anyone else does, let me know. I mean, what I did before was smart plugs, but to turn on stuff or smart, I was using SwitchBot to program mine. But in just looking, the problem is like looking for that is that you end up paying more and locking into a brand. Like I have a couple of these and I actually put the little SwitchBot button pusher on them, but that's a whole nother cost in there. But see, and I don't think you're gonna find a lot of choices in smart. Well, here's one, Dreo. I've seen this brand around a few times. Here's one to consider. Works with Lady A. Price isn't bad on it. I would read up on it. I think you don't get a lot of companies that do this because you're playing with fire. Now you're playing with heat. When it comes to heat and electricity, when you're making products for those, you're taking on a whole other liability that I think a lot of companies don't get into. It's one of the reasons, smart plugs and smart switches, there's a whole nother liability over motion sensors. Here, I'll throw a link in there. If you use this link or click on it and buy anything afterwards, small percentage point goes back to the channel and no additional cost to you. David, I just buy a space heater and use a smart plug, to be honest. Yeah, you just need to make sure you have a heater that has an on-off button. That's the tough part, is so many of them are just like a push button. So it's like coffee makers. So many coffee makers turn on, but they can't be left on. So once power's killed them, it's like you need to make sure you have one that has a mechanical switch, something that locks it on. Bill, the drop back on EV is part due to the lack of sales. People don't want them. Yeah, I think, I think it's a whole, I wouldn't want to afford EV. That would be my big thing. It's just some of them, I think if you want an EV, you're just not going to afford. That's just my thing on it. Because the Hyundais are selling. The Hyundai Ioniq is loved. The Teslas are selling. The Model Y is the most popular car in the world. for 2023. It was more of those were sold than any other vehicle. So it's such a weird one because it's like, yeah, I think a Ford Focus or the Mach-E. I don't know how well those are doing, but I would think that the trucks are an odd one. They really are. I mean, we're finding it kind of difficult with my wife's Rivian. The being allowed to use Tesla's network is you're being kind of sold lies in a way. You're only allowed to use third generation chargers, which there aren't as many of those third gen chargers from Tesla. So the closest one that my wife can charge at a Tesla supercharger is 22 miles away. You could use all these other third party ones, but like her and I can't use the same charger at home. We couldn't even use the same the fast charger at home. It has to be over 150,000 kilowatt chargers to be able to use them. So having a Ford, having a Rivian, having any of those is a pain. Is a pain to deal with in the charging side of things. So I can see on the truck front on some of those where they just may not be the best choice for it. So, but I'm curious. It's an odd thing, man. Like California wanted all electric, but then they're losing tax money, so now they want a tax per mile driven, and then there's not enough power on the grid because the grid hasn't been maintained to supply all this, so it hasn't been built up for it. So yeah, it's an interesting one. David, I just put a space here. Let's see, Bill, the drawback on EVs part due to lack of sale. Send a few photos on X of the flat. Cool, I'll check those out. And are you all in the flat? Are you settled in? Because I'm glad that, well, if you have a picture, I'll take a look at them. Devon, has anyone seen the movie Hit Pig? I have not heard of that movie or seen it yet. No, Larry, maybe Apple's purchase of Pixel Mater will lead them to reintroduce Aperture. I bought that. Was a killer program, but I never bought it. Oh yeah, Aperture was great for organizing photos and manipulating them, but yeah, I bought it and then it kind of went away. Lawrence, oh hey, and Lawrence, why didn't I? Yeah. Sorry. Lawrence, you're welcome, and thank you for being here. Hopefully that helps some. David, Apple are lazy, just buy out a company instead of making their own version. Liam, good to see you, man. Good to see you. It has been a long time. I appreciate you being here, Liam. One of OG subscribers, man. So I appreciate you. Yeah, Apple is trying to keep it all in-house as much as they can. You know, that's one of the things, like, yeah, like I look at SpaceX and Tesla and all those. It's like they try to keep as much of that in house, better margins. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. It's 10:23. I actually thought I'd be done by 10 today, but who was I kidding? Anyways, thank you guys for all coming. I appreciate it. I just ordered that heater. Thanks for the recommendations. Let us know how it works out for you. Good thing is, we still got our free returns. We got a shipped and sold from Amazon. You're returnable up until January 31st. So, I'm one of those people, I don't buy anything to review for this channel. I don't buy anything with the intent to return because I just feel like it's so wasteful to buy something to intentionally to know you're going to return it. I'm going to open up this $1,200 iPad, make a whole video, try to make money off of it, and then return it, and then best it can be used as refurbished. So yeah. So but if a product does not deliver, send that crap back. That little tag inside from the company says, do not return to store, call us. They are just trying to keep that product in your hand. They'll put a new part in there. You'll have to pay for shipping to get it back. No, if it doesn't work, send that crap to the store as fast as possible. That's my answer. Boom. Okay. Lawrence, I just ordered the heater. Thanks for the recommendation. I hope it works out. David, Dave, Bowie, thank you. Take care. And Bill, last one out of California next week turns the lights off. That is a perfect way to end it. Thank you, Bill. I'll see you guys all later. Take care. Bye.